In the end, we may not have long. Outnumbered, outgunned, our ships torn asunder. Canopy smashed, but we won't go under. There are too many and we're too few. Is this fight too much for us to break through? With a fire, a light breaks through. We look to each other, we know what to do. Training kicks in, we form our ranks. Together we stand, there's no turning back. Outnumbered, outgunned, our ships torn asunder. Canopy smashed, but we won't go under. There are too many and we're too few. Is this fight too much for us to break through?
Greetings, commanders, and welcome. Let's see if we can get some practice in ahead of the major event that we have planned for tomorrow. And part of that, also tweak some of our settings to make sure that everything works as intended. For example, I think my audio volume is a little too loud, so let's give it 3 dB less. That should be better, so I don't clip. Let's put some music on while we're at it. Let's see if we can start some music that I'm sure you never heard before. So we got that going. And welcome Gabo Tenex and Connor and Damien B and Joshy to the stream, and Radioactive as well. So what we're doing here is we're going to be doing a little warm-up, which entails a practice run, which is a challenge that a friend of mine from the Antixino Initiative has tasked me with, which is to take down a Medusa or Hydra, or maybe both, we'll see, with a combination of all of the pre-engineered Guardian weapons, which is a terrible idea and not something. Wow, Radioactive, thank you. That's amazing. More green people. Look at that. The whole thing is like, the whole chat is becoming green. That is amazing. Like, nice. Thank you for that. So now that you're all green, you should thank Radioactive, by the way, for the amazing greenness of your name and the Mechan icon that you have next to your name. By the way, I'm having a beer and my dinner is coming, and as we kind of get underway, we might be eating while fighting out where in Astro. We need to tweak a few things because this is going to be a bit more of a conventional fight. This is a very, well, it's actually very unconventional, so I don't know why I said it was conventional. There's nothing conventional about this fight. So let's set things up in the way we would normally do a one-on-one fight, which is really a pure heatsink utility build. And, I mean, you can ask me why I'm, like, using the Corbin Mark V for this, and it's not particularly good reason. In fact, there's a lot of bad reasons, but oh, I should probably go and put the Mass Manager Experimental on the ship while I'm at it. Although I'm like, oh, away in the Pleiades, might take a while to go to. Nah, never mind. I'll do it next time under the bubble. Everything here looks good in terms of core internals. We are way overdrawn, but we should be able to live with it. We'll see. Now, one thing we do need to do is we need to lose one of the modular reinforcement packages in favor of a fuel scoop. We use a 2D. We have a 4D. Yeah, we have a 4D. Let's use the 2D. I know this is again not an ideal thing, but I don't want to jump my carrier back and forth, so we're gonna be doing this the sort of like slightly inefficient way. And we will put a fuel scoop in a ship and use that to get around. So I think this is the build. This is a mod shard. This is a mod plasma. This is a mod Gauss. Can you get access to the playlist? Oh, absolutely. Like all you have to do is ask. So let's actually send you the link to that. Let me do that. Copy here. Copy album link. So this playlist is an album we published on Spotify. Myself and Commander Barefoot. We wrote the lyrics all the songs ourselves, and then we used AI. We used Suno AI to put music and vocals to it, and we spent quite a bit of time like prompting, reprompting, cutting, editing, producing it effectively, and before eventually publishing it. And that is the history of the album Glory to Mankind, which I just linked to you and is available. I mean, I linked to you on Spotify, but if you're like, I mean, it's available everywhere. It's like on Apple Music, Tidal, Bandcamp, any of your favorite streaming or digital download services, it's going to be out there. Welcome to the stream, Alex. And congratulations on Mentor, by the way. Everybody give an 07 to Alex, who was granted the prestigious title of Mentor in the Antique Scenery Initiative, and that was a very well-deserved recognition that he earned. So congrats, Alex, again. So, okay, we have what we need here. We should buy our Olympus, probably buy an Asterope, so we probably should aim to head to Asterope while we head out here, because like we'll need to dock there anyway in case we have some accidents, which we might kind of like... yeah, thank you, Damien. I'm glad you like it. I enjoy making it, and I myself very much enjoy listening to it, so... Alright, so let's head to Asterope. We are already in the Pleiades, so it should not be far. In fact, I wonder if we could actually be getting there without a fuel scoop. Like, how far are we? 92 light years. We should be able to get there without a fuel scoop, right? Yeah, we can get there without a fuel scoop. Never mind. Let's put the MRP back in while we're at it, because we don't need a fuel scoop. Although we might get hyperdicted, and if so, we might ask someone in the stream to call the few rats for me. If that happens, which would be embarrassing. But, you know, let's see. Sell this thing here and put our MRP back in. Since having pre-MRPs is really important for unshielded ships, it makes a big difference. So, but again, we're not going to use repair limpets because we will head straight to Astro. 3 jumps away. Yeah, it should be plenty fuel. 07, Eddie's on Cario. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, Hogbender Hog. Thank you, everybody, for joining. All right, let's go. Now, one thing we need to do is we need to set up our fire groups in a way that makes some kind of sense, which is not how they're currently set up, even remotely. So, probably want to start with plasmas. Plasma is the best weapon to exert things. And then like shards, and then gauss. That's probably the kind of setup we want. Lose the heatsink mapping, lose the mapping of scanners, and put the last final planet group with scanners. Not that we particularly need scanners, but and repairs. Now that is fine. Beam lasers, we should put a number 2 on each of these things, I think. Or should we do gauss and shards together? On this ship. Probably a bad idea. It's probably a bad idea. Yeah, we like bad ideas. So let's go with bad ideas. Gauss and shards together. As first and second fire group here. And then, yeah. Do as I say, not as I do. For the record here. Do not take what I'm doing here as inspiration for anything that you should even remotely attempt. There's a collection of bad ideas in play here, so... Yeah, it's there's plenty of high predictions on the way to HIP 22460. Like, you want to use shut and field neutralizer if you go in there. Maybe I shouldn't use my SEO when I'm like low on fuel. Cursed Cobra, yeah, Mac. Cursed Cobra. Mac is running our first North America instance tomorrow, which is probably going to be our largest instance. Everybody thank him because he is going to be gifting a precious amount of his time to making everybody have a great experience in our event tomorrow. So thank you, Mac, for doing that. It is generous and kind of you, like, and much appreciated, I'm sure, by the couple hundred people that have already sent you friend requests at this point in time. Or maybe an even bigger number. You'll tell us how many. Alright. And welcome Gorbita to the stream as well. Let's see. Orders, my food order has been picked up, and I was on the way here. Hey, Blockade, heard, saw in Mars Discord that you're also gearing up for the event on HIP 22460. Oh, 150 friend requests, not too shabby. And that's only from people who actually read the briefing, which I want to dare say is probably, probably quite the minority of the general group. Alright, let's cancel fleet carriers and find where Copernicus Observatory is. Copernicus is such an iconic station. It's like, if I can think about like one of the stations like is nearest and dearest to my heart, it has to be Copernicus Observatory. Oh, 07 Klaus Schmidt, welcome to the stream. That sounds like a Robert German name, like for right or for wrong. We have 2 instances in Europe led by German commanders tomorrow, actually. Alex MG, one who is here, is hosting one of the European instances, and then we got Hannibal 07, who is storied commander on the Xeno Initiative, who agreed to return to the game to host the second instance and help out tomorrow. So very excited to have Hannibal back in the fold. Oh yeah, you will certainly get another 150 day of event. But the thing is, Mac, you probably saw at this point, we significantly increased the number of instances. So now we went from 1 to 3 in the US in terms of instances. So now we've separated out US East, US West, and US Central, so that things should be more manageable. And then we have 2 separate instances for Europe as well, for a grand total of 8 instances, which should make things somewhat more manageable, like we shall see. Let's turn flight assist off, because docking flight assist off. I find docking flight assist off actually easier. I know I'm weird, but like, it's just... See, this is why we practice, right? It's easier so long as you have some degree of practice in. Alright, now we want our limpets. Hey, re-energize... re-energizeem. I think that's how I pronounce your name. You'll correct me if I was wrong. You spent several hours trying to configure following briefing for tomorrow's event, and after thinking I had it working, my internet connection dropped. Had to undo all to get connected again. I'm sorry to hear. I'm surprised. I'm surprised as to how anything in that briefing would make your internet connection drop. Like, I'm not sure which setting would make your internet connection drop. But I guess that was your experience, so sorry to hear. Because of how many people are going to be in the instance, we'll see some Hydra Instagips. Well, that's the whole plan, Gerbiter. In fact, I don't know if you saw the Hydra Instagips that we're doing not too long ago, which is actually one of the things that inspired this event, I want to say. Let me see if I can link that for you. I have it somewhere here. We made a short of it because, well, it's an Instagib, so it's like not like it should be a long form video. But this is the Instagib short with the Xeno Strike Force, and this was with 23 people. 23. Imagine doing this with like 100 people in the instance. Like, it got to be something similar. Yeah, I saw that, Damien. It was remarkable that they made a Galnet about it. It's pretty cool. Bavaria, like Southern Germany, Oktoberfest. Good beer and wonderful Christmas markets in Munich. Like, big fan. When I was living in Europe, I worked for a company that was headquartered in Munich, so I had a chance to experience it for myself. A lovely city, like, wonderful place. Alright, let's go find a Medusa. Yeah, that was 23 people, but it was 23 people with modified shard cannons, so, like, we won't have access to, like, such powerful weapons in this event. But, you know, it's gonna make some difference, but not all the difference, so... Yeah, the Thargos are cooked. Either way. One way or another, the Thargos are cooked. Woo! Hi, Keelback. Alright, so I have no idea how this completely dysfunctional build is going to work, but we'll try it out and see how it goes. So we're going to use the FSS filter trick to find instances that have no scouts. They're not actually guaranteed to have an interceptor. Actually, that might be our Medusa. See if we can find a guaranteed Medusa with a triple icon. If not, we will go to that 7 that we just scanned. That's a Hydra. Now the problem with Medusas is that they are one of the most unreliable instances overall, because filtered 7s can be Medusas, but they can also be empty, and they can also be sensors and probes. So there is really no guarantee. That's a guaranteed instance. See, look at the top right of the screen. See the activities? There's 3 activities: Xeno hunting, search and rescue, and salvage. This means this is a guaranteed Cyclops. In this case, see, there's only 1 activity, Xeno hunting, which means this is not a guaranteed Cyclops. It might be a Cyclops, but it might also not be. It might be an empty instance. Same here. And these are the ones that are like halfway across the system, although like with SCO we might be able to get there, but again, let's roll that 7 that we just scanned and see if we manage to get lucky and get the Medusa right there. If not, we'll do something else. Oh yeah, it's gonna be wild. Like, we are just amassing firepower for this event. Like, we're just, you know, brute forcing it and see how it goes. Do I think front developers will do something since they posted a Galnet post? Well, something is very generic. The one thing I hope they will do is they will pick up on the email I sent them. I sent an email to the head community manager, Kat May, and I asked her to boost the servers for this particular event, because we need the very best AWS has to offer to not have everything absolutely collapse and fall on itself. Granted, a lot will depend on the clients themselves and the configuration of the clients, but we also need the very best service lined up for this event. So no, this is a probe in the instance, so there's no Medusa here. So we'll probably actually see if I can jump to the Fargoid Zoo, because that's, I mean, we call it Fargoid Zoo, but it's really a Medusa and Hydra Zoo, Pleiades Zoo. There we go. This is a system where I typically park my carrier when I'm not doing events or things related to Titans, or like, it's like probably my carrier's home system more than anything. It's a system that has the most solo Medusas and Hydras overall. Well, the thing about it, SP4H, is Fargoids are already turned up to 11 in HIP 22460. That's why this blockade, I think, is going to be so interesting. At any given point in time, there's 3 spawns, these 3 concurrent spawns in the system when you're in normal space, and they're evenly distributed all the way from Cyclops to Hydra, which means 1 out of 4 is Hydras and 1 out of 3 is Medusas. So there's a freaking hell lot of Medusas and Hydras, also considering the fact that it's RNG, so you might actually get 3 Hydras all together. And they spawn non-stop. So like the moment you destroy one, another one spawns. So it's gonna be hectic. And either we are gonna be in control, or the Fargoids are gonna be in control. We'll see. Like we will do. That's a guaranteed Medusa. All right. So see, that has the triple activities, and you can see it in here by the free icon. See how this in the location, like below location, it has the 3 icons. Like the Vargoid, the whatever canister icon, and whatever thing is in between. This means this is a guaranteed Medusa instance in an asteroid debris field. So you can predict very reliably what these instances are if you know what you're looking for. Will dropping meta alloys in instances increase the Fargoid spawn rate? No, it won't, because you need you know, friendly interceptors, as in interceptors that are not aggroed, for them to scan and eat meta alloys and spawn additional interceptors. And even in that case, the only interceptors that are spawned are only Cyclops. So so you can spawn additional whoa, wrong, sorry, I was misclicking here. So yeah, you can spawn additional Cyclops that way in instances that are not hostile to begin with, but HIP 22/460 is hostile to begin with, so you can't even do that. And even if you could do that, the best you could do is spawn additional Cyclops, which would be vaporized in like 5 nanoseconds by the instance, so not particularly interesting. A new Goid variant to show us this ain't the end. Well, you know, the Taki, or Tachi, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, is a third hunter that was meant to be released, but there never was. Like, they ended up releasing the... why do I not have beams on my second fire group, Peter? I should have beams on my second fire group on the plasma charger. Alright, so... I think we're good. Although Medusa, I am super rusty, by the way, guys. Like... If what I do is shameful beyond belief and reproach, I apologize in advance. But I haven't done solo 1-on-1 combat in a while, so bear with me. I missed. I gotta get closer. Plasma charges have a fall-off range of 1 kilometer, which is really, really annoying. Out of ammo. Alright, I'm getting bored. Let's switch to the second fire group. Exerted. Finally. Jeez. That was quite the exert timer. Turn around. Face me. Gosh, mod gas is really bad. Did it just go back in? Oh, man. Oh, that was bad. Should we keep going? Or should we self-destruct? I think self-destruct is the answer. Boink. Oh, never mind. Gosh, this ship is stanky though. That was bad. Bonk. Come on, shoot me down. The Core Mark II is incredibly tanky for a small ship. It's like unbelievably tanky for what it is. Alright. Hard jousting? Well, it's like more like some combination of boost orbiting and hard jousting. Yeah, something in between. Come on. Explode me. Bonk. Thank you. I'm curious, last time I was here, where the interdictions hammering you with shutdown pulses, or is this new? Hostile interdictions. Well, yeah, no, most interdictions that are actually either peaceful or the ones that are immediately hostile will generate pulse. So yes, it's not a new thing. Yeah, your missus hates it. I get it. Now my food is here, so we are actually gonna XSF hyperspace train. Oh, nice. Like, we have a friendly XSF carrier in the zoo. All right, I'm gonna get my food and be right back, and do this while we're eating, and maybe have a second beer, which will make everything more interesting. So, hang in there. I will be right back. No, there's no turreted mod gout weapon. There's only a fixed mod gout, which is probably the crappiest gouts or the crappiest guardian weapon overall. Except, you know, fixed food turreted weapons. Turreted weapons are really bad. Turreted guardian weapons are absolutely terrible. If I was not back in 15 minutes, man, that was like 3 minutes, 2 minutes, not even, like, super quick. So I have, as I was getting my food, I actually developed an idea of how I'm going to do this, which is change my fire groups. So I have Plowman charge, the most distro intensive and the least distro intensive weapon together, and then I'm going to be sniping just exclusively with my Gauss cannon, and hopefully not orbit as horribly as I did before. And with that, should be doable. I think it requires some finesse in the orbiting side, especially on sniping, but should work. Thank you, Gabor. I need my limpets though. Ooh, wrong button. Connor, you wish FDF gave us large Hugh Gauss. I promise you, your power distributor disagrees with you. Your power distributor strongly disagrees with you. On pretty much any ship. And no worries, Wildcat, even if it has been explained before, I don't mind explaining things again. People have a legitimate question. No, that's what we're here for. How come using 3 different guided weapons on this loadout Yeah, no, that's a terrible idea. It's a challenge. First of all, I'm kind of warming up and practicing ahead of the event tomorrow. And then a friend of mine, Lord Zephyr, challenged me to take down a Medusa or Hydra by using all 3 different mod weapons on a single build, which is a terrible idea. But I was like, why not? And here we are. So it's like it's a dare. Don't do it. It's a terrible, terrible idea. Don't do it. All right, see if we can find a Medusa. That's a guaranteed Hydra. This is a non-guaranteed Medusa. See if there's something more accessible here. Because that one's like 70,000 light seconds away. Bazzy, Hydra, Bazzy, Medusa. It could be a Medusa, not guaranteed one, but could be. Let's roll the die. Scouts, non-guaranteed Medusa. Alright, so we got 2 non-guaranteed Medusas. 3 non-guaranteed Medusas. We're gonna be a bit close this one actually. Let's see if there's anything out here. Nope, Clops. This one. It's like one of Medusas out there before we go to our planets. Might want to check that out. See how much time we got left on that one. 17 minutes, plenty. Alright, let's go check that one out. And since we're eating, we're not going to use our CO and just slow boot it the old school way. Been struggling with Gauss lately, and I use tomorrow as a chance to practice. If all goes well, tomorrow we're shooting fish in a barrel, so there's not going to be much practice in shooting things that barely move. But sure, why not? Yeah, there's an anti-guardian zone, so you need the anti-guardian zone resistant engineering if you plan to use guardian weapons there. Which also means you cannot use modified weapons. Because modified guardian weapons cannot be engineered for anti-guardian zone resistance. Alright, one of the fun, or not so fun things, is that Frontier Developments is using this event to try and sell the pre-engineered chieftains, which are candidly terrible builds. But the only way you can actually acquire anti-Guardian Zone resistance engineered Guardian Gauss today, because there's no live Titans, and so if you don't have hardened surface fragments, if you haven't pre-farmed them, the only way you can get access to those today is by buying with ARX the pre-engineered chieftain, which is kind of iffy if you ask me. I think I proposed to them on X today, which, by the way, I might propose in a more serious fashion, if there's any interest, is I've offered for the Xenostrike Force and Anti-Xeno Initiative to help them design a proper starter AX build. And as a commission, I've asked them to pay 5 ARCs to every active commander in the galaxy for every one of those ships sold, which I honestly think is wonderful marketing, because everybody wins. Commanders get a decent ship, the Anti-Xeno Initiative gets ships that actually are functional, and they get money from commanders who buy ARCs for that, and everybody else benefits from somebody buying a ship. It's like, you know, a win-win-win. So this is a ravioli, like cheese ravioli. Cheese and herbs of some kind. Pretty good. With some roasted potatoes. And a Samuel Adams winter lager beer. And we have Medusa as a dessert. Jealous of my food. Yeah, it's pretty yummy. Yeah, the dessert is the best part. That is true. Unfortunately, missiles do not do breach damage, and as a result, missiles do no damage to hearts. Now, for the event, it shouldn't matter, but for solo combat, it does. All right, we made it. We are fed. Save for dessert, that we'll get to in a moment. Does that Catley have HGF resistance engineering? No, this Catley does not. Thank goodness we're not in HIP 22/460, otherwise I would have to eat with my hands. And welcome to the stream, just an obit. King Arthur Flack is also known as James Clark Ross. He is also hosting an instance tomorrow. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for jumping in, as we definitely need the additional capacity. Welcome to the stream by way LZ and Adam Gibson and Bruno R. Pre-engineered serious missiles are fine for tomorrow. Absolutely fine for tomorrow. Alright, let's see if we roll a Dusa. We rolled a Dusa. Nice. So we got plasma charges on first trigger, charge on second trigger. This is not a debris instance, so I gotta make sure I don't crash into a destroyed cutter. Oh, hello there. Getting real close we are. Alright, let's charge up. Wait until you turn, let assist off, and off the races we go. Oh, that was much easier. Oh man, much easier, like night and day. Look at that. All right, let's get our beams. Where are beams? Our beams are nowhere. Our beams are not here. We need to map our beams, so let's map our beams. Next to Gauss. My ballet repairs are disabled due to pyro restrictions. Now why are they repaired? Because everything takes too much power, I guess. I don't think there's really an alternative here. I think we're just gonna be with... Yeah, fine. Whatever. We'll be okay. We'll be okay. We'll be very okay. Now we kind of figured out how to do this. We will be very okay. Oh, Blockade will be fun, but, you know, if you are in Black exploring, I'm sure you're going to be having a blast regardless, so you shall be missed. Static IP, port forwarding, that's exciting. Like, that's gonna be a good thing for a game overall. Port forwarding and UPnP should really be enabled by default. And the only reason it's not is because this is a 10-year-old game and they kind of never bothered changing it. But in this day and age, there really is zero reasons why that setting is not enabled by default. In fact, it's incredibly painful that we have to like talk people into the specifics of how to get it enabled. It's like ridiculous. But it is what it is. And we're fine. I love how Record Mark 5 flies. It's such a fun ship to fly. The plan for tomorrow is we destroy everything. We absolutely wreck anything that spawns the moment it spawns without mercy. Brutally massing an unprecedented amount of firepower. It's that simple. Show up, shoot things. Instance hosts have a bit more instructions and have a bit more work to do, but everybody else should be pretty straightforward. Drop that shield. Come on. There you go. Alright, thank you for doing as I just asked. Alright, let's get into proper orbit. I should be doing a 100% run with this thing. I should have kitted like flak. And I've done a 100% run with it. Charging. Syncs activated. And firing. Charges and shots have the same shot speed, because like it looks like you can kind of aim them together. This is actually, you know, of all the things that we generally say, like don't, you know, mix weapons because it's a bad idea, this is actually one of those rare situations where it's actually not such a bad idea. But I can't boost at this point. Gotta keep shooting. Come on, that heart is almost dead. There you go. Alright. Should we do 3 hearts with 1 heatsink? Store our heart points. If we store our heart points, we can't really repair, can we? Can we not repair? Because like we have no way. Should we turn our weapons off? They're gonna like get our repairs. I guess that's what we're gonna do. Where's my repair? Hardpoint stored. The thing is, if we store our hardpoints, we're just gonna make sure we stay close. Because like otherwise we repairs, like modules are kind of like barely scratched. We did take quite a bit of hull damage though. Again, this is a tanky ship, so 07 Nix 2115, welcome to the stream. How the server are going to cope tomorrow? Again, I think the servers are gonna be fine. It's the clients that I'm more worried about, to be honest. How many people will have followed the instructions we gave? That's really the key question that I have in the back of my head. Fingers crossed, a reasonable number. Why is it in Elite Dangerous networking options? What is the fast forward for? What do you mean the fast forward? I'm not sure I understand, just to know what you mean with fast forward. How are we doing with repairs? Repairs are almost done. We can have a beer. Cheers, Medusa. Beer and dessert, pretty good. Boost, and now a sip. Repairs are actually complete. Bang it out. Get our beams on that shield and speed the shield up. Look at that, swarm in a ball formation. I really want to have Black and shoot it. There's few things as satisfying as getting a double flex shot on a Medusa or Hydra swarm in ball formation. It is just so satisfying. Uh-oh, like we kind of like skipped the wrong kind of music thing. Alright. Woo! Multitasking while kind of like orbiting. Is that shield down? Shield is down. Why is my Gauss cannon deactivated? Do I still have the power priorities completely messed up? I think I do. Gotta fix that before we engage. Otherwise, things would not go well without any weapons. We should have weapons online before we engage. I think that could be a good thing to do. Right, slowing down to orbital velocity. And let me actually get rid of this plasma shot first so I can reload my clip and engage with a full plasma clip. Otherwise, it kind of like take forever to reload the plasma clip. Whoa, dodge some of those laser blasts. Okay, we're cool. Beginning orbit. We have 8 heat sinks. Should be good. Probably not the best, but it should be good. Sinks engaged. And firing. Got too far out in range. Way too far out. Terrible range control on this one. Orbit is stalling. Exert. And we're out of sinks. Just the moment we got out of sinks. Alright, let's put our weapons back on some stupid fire group so we can get our repairs on. As soon as they turn back on. We'll need to synthesize heat sinks as well. Alright. Repairs firing. And what did we need to do? Synthesize heat sinks. That's what we need to do. Ooh, we got missiles coming our way. Caustic missiles. We got too close, but too hot. Need to make sure that does not happen on the last heart, otherwise we're gonna get shut down, and that's gonna suck. But again, if we have heat sinks, that should not be happening. I'm currently in the Pleiades Zoo, which is Pleiades Sector MI-SB4-0. Ooh, I'm getting shot at. I didn't get hit, but I was getting shot at. More sinks, more sinks. Argos, beware. The fight gets easier as the fight goes on because the amount of damage you need to do to exert the heart is 20% of the remaining hull of the interceptor. So as you take additional hearts down, the remaining hull goes lower and lower, which results in less damage being required to exert the heart. Full sinks, what a beauty to see. Have a good night, Gabor. Thanks for joining the stream. This ship flies amazing, I have to say. Flies really, really well. What's earned its title as a Pleiades Zoo? Now that's an interesting question and one that has a bit of a history. Years ago, the summer intern, I jest here, but there's probably some kind of truth to it, that had codified the spawn tables in the Pleiades, had said all but one systems in the Pleiades so that individual hydras could not spawn. The only system in the entire Pleiades where single hydras were found was this system. And because it was the only system that spawned solo hydras, we called it the Hydra Zoo. Now, that was eventually fixed years later, so that hydras do spawn everywhere in the Pleiades, but the kind of name stuck. But since it wasn't just about hydras anymore, it kind of evolved from being the Hydra Zoo, as it was originally known, to a Pleiades Zoo, which is what it's generally referred to as right now. Alright, let's engage here. Again, we don't have full clip on the charges, but whatever. I kind of like these double charges, like... exerted. Nice. Whew. Zero damage. Zero damage. Back on beams. Yeah, Anthony, it's a lot more involved, I agree. It's a lot more fun, like, no question in my mind. It's harder too, like, but in a good way. It's like harder, but in a way that's not unfair. It's harder in a way that actually tests your skill and what you're able to do skill-wise. That is a Class 2 Modified Plasma Charger, Connor. MPC for short. The small hardpoints on the Cobra are small beams that I'm using right now. Oh, hopefully we'll get more than 1 billion credits if things go well, but we'll see. How many hearts are left? 4. What's better against interceptor shields, beams or AX multi-cannons? Beams is the short answer. I mean, shields, interceptor shields are just normal shields. They take more damage from thermal damage sources, and AX weapons are only 50% thermal versus beams are 100% thermal. So, like, the best weapons against target shields actually are side scramblers. Side scramblers are just absolutely wreck shields. And they fit in small hardpoints to boot. The problem with side scramblers is they do no damage to hulls and nothing else. They're just for shields, like, period. But if you want something that can take shields down quick, Cytos are the best you can possibly hope for. I mean, it's fun. I mean, the thing about the Core Mark V is you should get it not if you want a good ship. You should get it if you want a fun ship. Because honestly, as a fighter, most of the popular medium builds are better. Like they're just better fighters. Like, but if you want something that's actually fun to fly, and is incredibly maneuverable and very fast and super agile and can still kind of, you know, hold its own in a battle, then the Core Mark V is amazing for that. All right, so we have that. Did we turn our weapons back on? I think so. Yeah, weapons are on. All right. Ooh, too far. Don't get that far. All right, let's get in range. Now we boosted, so this is going to be a terrible angle for an insertion. Let's see if we can slow it up down enough to be able to make it work still. I think we can actually. Oops, wrong button. But fine. Let's do it. Exert. Nah, don't turn away from me. Still, pretty good. Sinks are good. Hull is still 100%. Two hull, two hearts with no damage. Not bad. A Mechan magic. Thank you, Stefan. You're very kind. I do have some time in the saddle. That is true. This is the last heart, so this is where I want to stay cold and not get shut down, because that is what would sink this fight. And that would be sad. Ooh, dangerous. See, the boost thing does get you very hot, so you gotta be careful. Gotta be careful with that. Whoa. Alright, so the sleep phase is done. Swarm has been dodged. And this is decent flying last couple of parts. Not perfect, but pretty decent. This ship also lends itself pretty well to a flakless style fighting, because to fight flakless, as in kite the swarm as I'm doing right now, you want a ship that's very fast and agile, and this ship definitely checks that box. Both those boxes, actually. So a swarm can never really realistically hit you on that, like maybe by accident with like a random shot, but pure sheer luck. But if you're flying decently, you will not get hit. We did try to do Goid fight in a SLF, and we did a duo Goid in an SLF. But it's wonky, like SLFs are buggy, interceptor AI versus SLFs is buggy. SLFs don't have heat sinks, which kind of like make them also practically very hard to use. Yeah, no, it's SLFs are just not a good choice for anti-Xeno combat in any shape or form. Like not even for challenges in anti-Xeno combat. Stalling. It's gonna start shooting me. No, I managed to get enough of an angle to ensure that didn't happen. Now, if it dropped the shield now, it would be perfect, because I'm getting a really good angle to engage. Drop that shield. Drop that shield. Ah, now it's... Yep, drop the shield. Alright, let's do it. It's a bit more, because, like, again, the angle is not good anymore. But we should be able to close range quickly. Alright. Closing range fast. Switching weapons, sinks, and firing. Ah, too far. But fortunately, it's got only one part left, so it's gonna exert really fast. Exert. Bad shot. Decent shot. Bad shot. Good shot. Too far, I gotta boost. I gotta reboost. Did that heart go back in? Heart went back in. I re-exerted that Medusa. Ah, too bad. The fellow was doing so good. I have 3 sinks left. Now, the wise person would synthesize heatsink at this point. The silly person, as in me, would not. And would say, I'm gonna go for it with these 3 heatsinks I have left. Because I am cocky, and I feel I can do it. So I will go for it. It was close. It was like 1 shot away. Shield this back up. Caustic missiles my way. Alright. That was a little hot and a little close. I got 1 sink left. Should we end this in glory in a way that is very, very stupid, very, very dangerous? That's probably result in me dying, but it's gonna result also in like a proper glory to mankind stream if we are successful. Those who know me know what I'm about to do and know that it's really, really dumb. Alright, all guns on the same fire group. Where are we again? Alright. What's wrong here? I only have 1 sink left, but might as well do it with 1 sink. Alright, this is very dumb. Don't ever do this. Don't ever even think about doing this. It's really dumb. Okay, that was too dumb. That was a little too dumb. Also, I forgot to put my heatsink. Really? Did we do this without heatsink? Alright. Turn sign running off. Turn. We should probably repair, rearm. Right, we should do all those things, right? But we're not gonna do all those things. Why? Because we don't. Die! Missiles coming my way. I got a break. I'll teach you a trick now, by the way. If you turn night vision on, you get your canopy, like, visualizer back. You know that? I bet you didn't know that. I bet you didn't know that. Boom! Down it goes! Ha! All right. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Don't ever do a fight like this. Trust me, don't ever do a fight like this. My FSD's malfunctioning, by the way. Yeah, I should get out of there. I agree. Do I have time to get back to my car? 3 jumps, 6 minutes? Nah, let's get back to Astro. Repair. Cursed Cobra victory in the most possibly cursed fight Right. Totally Leroy Jenkins. Did you say game over at King Arthur track? You were like, James, were you saying I was gonna die? Is that the kind of faith you have in me? Really? Like, did somebody say don't get hyper addicted? Is that a Klops? If it's a Klops, I might want to kill the Klops. Oh, it's a triple interdiction. No, I'm out of here. Oh. I am totally out of here. And flight assist off because I'm going to get shut down. Thankfully, I'm way faster than these things. We're like, we saw what you did to that Medusa. We're coming after you. Now, if I was serious about this, I would totally go after those 3 clubs. But with this kind of crap build, I'm not sure I should. Yeah, I know, right? We got 4 minutes. You think we're gonna make it to Asterope in 4 minutes? And land at Copernicus? Where are we? Interceptor, they leave. I wanted to fly boost past them, but no, they left. Oh, no, they there. Yeah, they just left. You can see their bubbles. I regret this. I should have taken this on. It would have been glorious. Without heat sinks, with 11% hull, no canopy, 5 minutes of oxygen, 3 clops. Ah, I should have done it. I should have totally done it. It would have been glorious. Yeah, that's usually the case, Stefan. Not necessarily in this ship, but yeah, 3 clops and most ships I'm in don't last very long. I know I can Sympho 2 Falcon Bridge, but what's the fun in that? What is the fun in that? Having a timer, put your pressure on it, like do it in 3 minutes or you explode. That's more fun. Now watch me crash. I'm gonna land in FA off. Alright, flight assist off. Now watch me crash. Ooh, a little too fast here, huh? Slow down, slow down, slow down. Alright. There you go, 3 minutes of oxygen. That's plenty of oxygen. And docking and FA off. I just need to make sure I don't boost. If I boost, this experience is gonna be end over very quickly. Landing pad 12. Oh, I see it. There to the left. Okay. No more time pressure. Slow down though. Alright, we get aligned. We're aligned. Oh, nice and clean and tidy. Pretty. Look at that landing. Let's drop our remaining limpets because we don't need that anymore, and we are gonna head back to Noah. We have cargo data. No, we don't got nothing here. Alright, back we go. Surviving the land is always tricky. Welcome to the stream, Red Shot Chili Pat, by the way. Didn't boost for the slot, disappointed, yeah. Thing is, you can't really just single boost for a slot. You need to boost and then boost again, but then, yeah, like this ship is too fast. You need to boost gear and then slow. It's like, it's kind of a bit tricky. I mean, you can boost out of a slot though. No reason not to. An FA off still. Woo! There you go. I don't know if I'd made up for it, but do the trick. All right. So where are we coming from? We're coming from the blockade system. Ah, there's not enough. How come there was enough fuel on the way here, but not enough fuel on the way back? It's fuel free jumps. Something weird going on. It says fuel star, but it says there's enough fuel to get there, so it should be enough. I don't know. It's odd. Why is it showing fuel star even though it's not actually needing the fuel? Is it safe to jump my carrier to play sector MISB40 to get some practice in? Yes, absolutely, Adam Gibson. Very, very safe. Well, as safe as the Pleiades are, but yes, it is safe. You're not gonna get interdicted, hyperdicted, or otherwise get in trouble unless you go looking for trouble. Oh, that's interesting, Wildcat. I didn't know that, actually. Also, like, there's something wrong with my jump right now. I am Commander Unmanned, as you can see from here. Commander Unmanned. This is gonna be a Orange Sidewinder or Mauve Adder or something like that. Because there's no way I'm going through at this point. This is gonna be a disconnect error. Taking way too long. Will this take long? I've got a schedule to keep. I got a schedule to keep too. Like, I got a stream watching like a non-ever-ending Blaber Tunnel. Oh, I made it after I complained. The hamster started running in the wheel. Superpowers, the forces draw near. Yeah. Yeah, it's plenty Hydros, Jay McCarty, and welcome to the stream, by the way. There's some nasties out there in 22-460, which is what makes it interesting, because otherwise, if it's like, 200 people versus Cyclops, that's no fun, is it? I mean, one person versus Cyclops is generally not fun. Yeah, I mean, the Protoss Wave website. I've been doing too much website stuff recently, you can tell. The Protoss Wave site is actually quite beautiful, I want to say. Definitely makes for some cool screenshots. In fact, one of the screenshots I took last week won Stellar Screenshots this week, which was nice. I mean, I already have the X paint job, so it's not like I probably should stop posting in Stellar Screenshots so other commanders can get the paint jobs. That would be like the right thing to do. But I thought it was a nice screenshot and I thought it was fun to share. So today I learned something, which by the way I didn't imagine was a thing. And what I learned is that you can actually use plasma charges and modified plasma charges and modified shards together. And it is not as incredibly dumb as it sounds. It's still pretty dumb, but it's of all the dumb things one could do, it's actually not that dumb. Still, don't do it. But again, There's dumber things I would have done in game. Much dumber things. In credit, bones, and blood we are paid. I'm still not sure how I should kind of keep my Cobra Mark V, because in reality the ship flies best with 3 modified modified shard cannons. And if you're not in an AGF zone, that is how you should fly, in my opinion. Reason being, NPCs are the most destroy energy efficient weapons you can have. Like, it's just the case, and like, such a distro limited ship like this one, it makes the world of a difference. Like, Gauss is way too distro hungry for the ship. Plasma chargers, forget about it. You can use one, like I'm using here, but that's about it. 2 multi-cannons and missiles on the Cobra. Man, you can use those, but medium-sized multi-cannons are, pretty bad DPS-wise, so there's that limitation, which, I mean, again, if that's something you enjoy, you should absolutely do it, but it does limit how effective a ship can be by quite a margin. I wonder if an all multi-cannon build with Adzis though could be able to take down. What we got? 3 medium Adzis? Nah. 3 medium Adzis cannot take down a Medusa. I can already tell you without running the numbers. 4 small Gauss is actually, yeah, 4 small Gauss is it's a good setup for this ship, to be honest. Right. Small Gauss is more distro energy damage efficient than medium Gauss. So if you're distro constrained, and massively so like the ship is, then using small Gauss makes a lot of sense. Found a Titan drive component. Got brutalized. Yeah, sorry to hear. Those are pretty rare, by the way. Right. I wonder if like 3 those medium Adzis can take a Basilisk in any reasonable amount of time. If they can, that'll be interesting. Especially if we can also fire them with... let's run the math for that one. Hold on, I need to hop to Discord to gonna do the math. Let me pull that up. Let's see. Let's see if we can do 3. Take down Basilisk with 3 medium fixed. Oh, never actually gimbal. Never mind. I got the wrong weapon. I have to try again. I miscalculated because I didn't say. Try again. Basilisk. 3 gimbaled, medium. Pre-engineered. AX multi-cannons. Oof, no. No, they can't do a Basilisk. The exert time is just absurd. Good night, James. See you tomorrow. How does my game skip the waiting for your ship to descend into outfitting? It doesn't. I think it has the same weight as everybody else. How far will ships get repaired when they manage to survive fights while missing hearts? It's a good question. Like, it's a good question. I wonder too how they. Maybe, I guess there maybe some kind of dry dock inside the Titans or something like that. Thanks for joining, Wildcat. Have a good night. How do numbers look for specific groups tomorrow? And should you have a backup in case of issues? It's hard to predict who will actually show among the people who have signed up. And it's hard to predict how many people who have not signed up will also show. I think that with the 8 instances that we've lined up now, we should be okay. That's my guess. But if we need more, we will set up more as we go. Or you're right, Gurpit, maybe they do regrow hearts over time. There's another option. In which space? That's right. Have you ever taken on Thargoids with serious Misorax? The short answer is no. Because there's almost always better options. And for the challenges that we have that require missiles, serious Misorax are not allowed. But let's see if we can see how this works with 2 medium serious Misorax versus a Basilisk and a Core Mark II. Medium. Let me just do some math here. Medium fixed. Modify X Misorax. Yes. Add a medium. And multicam. This works. I mean, we could do a Basilisk with. Maybe that's what we should do next. We should do. What do you guys think? Do you guys think, guys, we should try taking on a Basilisk with 2 serious Misorax and the bottom and an Adzi on the top? Yeah, I should do that. We need. We'll need a Xeno scanner if we do that. We actually, yeah, we might even not need heat sinks because I think we should be able to fire a multi-cannon and the beams together. The problem is we not be able to fire a multi-cannon while firing the serious Misorax, at least not. These are very, very difficult to use because, like, you'll see, like, there's a number of reasons why they're very, very difficult to use. Their shot speed is incredibly slow, so especially on a fast ship like this, your reticle might be off screen entirely. This is gonna be like, this fight on paper sounds easy, but this is the kind of fight that looks easy on paper, but is really, really, really not easy in practice. You can use advanced missiles in firework combat, but I personally absolutely hate advanced Misorax because of their need for ammo synthesis and the material cost associated with that. I just absolutely hate them. So I never use them. I have them, but I never use them. Alright, should we head back to Asteroids? Now we have a single fire group, really. That's really the only thing we need. This is to get the initial scan that we're gonna need to target the heart. Now, sniping hearts with a single enhanced multi-cannon, even if it's an Azzy, is gonna be rough. We'll see how feasible it is. Ah, gosh, this is a bad idea. But we like bad ideas. We like bad ideas. Gosh, this is a bad idea. And yeah, I mean, it's this fight is just much easier with enhanced Misorax because, like, these are incredibly difficult to aim, the serious ones. Like, do you think it would be better with 3 serious Misorax and 2 beam lasers, or 4 serious Misorax and 1 beam laser? Well, you can't have 4 serious Misorax on the Cobra because the Cobra only has 3 medium points and there is no such thing as a small serious Misorax, so that's not an option. Also, you need at least one multi-cannon because missiles don't do any hard damage. So you need something that actually does hard damage, which missiles do. So I mean, we'll try it. My hunch is with this configuration and 4 pips in weapon, we should be able to not use heat sinks at all. So we should be able to fire away and not use heat sinks. But the problem is keeping our beam lasers on target while aiming the missile racks, which in fact we will probably want to do with I don't think we can do with trailing, because I don't think trailing would allow us to even see. We need to do with leading. There's no choice. Gosh, this is gonna be bad. But we like doing bad things, right? Difficult things, so let's do it. Yeah, so hearts only take breach damage from weapons, which essentially is module damage, because hearts actually count as modules. And if you look at the info of missiles, look at the breach damage. You see the breach damage in the bottom right, 2 above the damage type. Look at the breach damage of missiles, 0.0. That means no hard damage, none whatsoever. They're good at exerting, and they're meant to really be used in collaboration with multi-cannons. Like that's really how they're designed to be used. Right. Let's go find a Basilisk. Now the good thing is our power grid should be great. In fact, yeah, we're at 90% power use compared to the 130% we were before. So we'll be able to repair and do whatever we need to do. You're right, Connor. Advanced missiles are a special case. Advanced missiles do hard damage. Their reach is actually entirely unchanged, so they actually do a massive amount of hard damage. And they're excellent at doing damage to hearts. But again, advanced missiles have the issue that they need ammo synthesis, and I absolutely hate it personally. So I never ever use them for that reason. Somebody tell Sirius to develop AX railguns. Well, AX railguns are Gauss cannons. Gauss cannons are essentially railguns rebranded. Oh, scouts are incredibly hard to hit with missiles, I completely agree. A Guardian multi-cannon. Oh, that'd be interesting. Hey, it's Vito, welcome to the chat. By the way, if you are lurking or just listening in and you're enjoying the content, I would encourage you to consider subscribing to the channel, as that will alert you to when I'm doing these kind of streams or putting out new content, and hopefully it'll be something that is of interest. See what's happening in Discord while we're bravely tunneling all the way to Asterope. Alright, we're all set with the 8 private groups tomorrow, which is great. It's badly needed. Alright, so let's go and see if we can find a Basilisk and take it on with human weapons and a Cobra Mark IV and 2 beers. Go with it. Which makes everything a lot more challenging. It'll be interesting if we get Guardian handheld weapons. Like as we wait for Guardian handheld weapons, one thing that is in the game files is Guardian damage modifier. Like there's a weapon mod that is specifically designed to do damage to on-foot fibroids. There's also a, in the game files, mod for suits that actually is basically a fibroid damage resistance mod. Where's Copernicus? Obviously they have no use right now, but they are in the game files. Noting there's a lot of stuff in the game files that never saw the light of day as far as the game is concerned, so take it with a grain of salt. Too fast. We started working on the next music album, by the way, very early days. We're just talking about like what we want to include, what stories do we want to tell. Like, 'cause, like, really music, at least the way I personally think about music in the context of like fan-made music for a game like Elite, is a way to tell stories about the game, story about people's journey in the game, and so we started bouncing back and forth ideas about the stories we want to tell, and I think there's some cool ideas. Like, we'll see, like, you know, ultimately what takes proper form and deserves to be sang in song, and what instead goes nowhere, which is just part of a creative process. Blockade is too late for you to join. Yeah, you'll be able to watch it here if you want. Like, I'll definitely be on. Although I'll probably be bouncing around different places, so my experience with Blockade might be a little different than usual. As first and foremost, I want everybody to have a great time, so I'll be around helping instances and people where they need help. So like, like again, we're kind of going onto a like wrong. Like, I need to click that. Like this, like. There we go. Hopefully that solves for that. Let's go. Land pad 42. All right. Salvation and seal. Alright, let's get our limpets and get out of here. Yeah, engineering is the bane of this game in my mind. Like, there's so many things that they can still improve from a quality of life standpoint for engineering. I think they made some important steps in the right direction, but I think there's so much more they can do. Just someone watching videos? I agree. The developers are definitely paying attention to this event, which is great. Will you use real instruments instead of AI for the next album? Well, I mean, I've long looked for people, like for real musicians who'd be interested in making music about Elite Dangerous, knowing that we have no money. So the budget for this album was $10 in Sooner credits and $25 for distribution fees for DistroKid. So $35 is all we had to spend. If you know of any kind of music group that would actually create a whole album for that similar amount of money, noting that again, there's no money here, I'd be delighted for real humans to actually make, you know, the next album. But if that's not the case, and it has not been the case, despite we trying, then we will use the tools that we have, you know, available to us at the price point that we have available to us. This is not a commercial endeavor. Nobody makes money out of this. It's just a way to kind of like tell stories in the way that we can for, you know, a 10-year-old game with the money that we have for it, which is not a lot. So I understand musicians gotta eat and musicians gotta live, and honestly, this is not what's gonna make them eat nor live. Alright, let's see if we can find a Basilisk. Astro usually has plenty Basilisks. These are just scouts. Scouts. Am I tuned to scouts only? I think I might be, yeah, I'm tuned to scouts only. Ugh. Alright, this should be good. Hydra. 2 Hydra. It's like Hydra. Oh, there you go. Guaranteed Basilisk. That is a Basilisk. Now this fight is gonna go well or terribly wrong. We shall see which one it is. I would like your opinion. Tomorrow take your chieftain. Would it be better to take Gauss and shards or just Gauss? I don't really like the old shards for interceptors. They were terrible, like especially medium-sized ones. I mean, if you love large shards with AGF are pretty good. Like, but not on a chieftain, because the chieftain only has 2 large slots, so it's not really made for those. On the chieftain, I would say bring Gauss, bring AGF Gauss. Again, remember you need to engineer if you want the Guardian Zone resistance if you bring in Gauss, otherwise you will need to bring human weapons. Yeah, I know, right? It's annoying that like Marco Quent got put out of action for a while. Alright, let's go get this skin. Me and Barefoot are good lyric writers. Do either of you have any previous experience? Going to Mechan is pretty well. Thank you. No, I appreciate it. I think, so Barefoot does. Barefoot, honestly, I will be fully candid. He's the real talent behind all of this. Like, I was the one who had like really the idea. And I like probably the kind of like crazy person who felt we could actually put something like this on Spotify. But Barefoot is the much more artistic talent who actually has experience in. Hold on, let me try and see where night vision. Where's night vision again? Thank you. Off. All right, let's. We got the scan. All right, let's engage this thing. Oh, what we got? Multi cannons, missile racks, assist off, weapons. All right, we should be good. That's probably the missile one. It's like for fire. You're getting a little slaughtered here. A little too close here, I think. Alright, exert. Get a little further away though. It's a little too close for comfort. Boost and reboost. Boost orbiting Chroma Mark 5. This is really not that good, but let's do what we can here. We don't have an angle to shoot, which sucks. We may have to re-exert. Almost certainly re-exerting at this point. Hopefully just one re-exert. 2 re-exert would suck. Also, like, not doing any damage at this range. Not hitting at all. I think we got... yeah, we have to re-exert. See, missiles are really not hitting at this range. Like, you have to learn to anticipate and predict. Like, firing with the reticle is kind of useless in this fight. One more hit, one more hit. Gosh, these missiles really are impossible to aim. I'm also completely out of practice. Alright, exert. You gotta stay real close to actually do decent damage with these things. I might take a little extra damage to see if I can actually hit this thing. Oh, it's going to rearm. Reboost, reboost, reboost. Ah, no energy. Like, the rearm of the Basilisk is the longest of all interceptors, and now Heart is back in. Man, like, this is like re-exert universe. The good thing is we don't have to use heatsink, so it's like, but we gotta kind of like, oops, I did not want to boost there. That was a complete mistake. Yeah, this is like truly painful. Yeah, you can keep Iron Night Vision, but it's like such an unfrequent thing that you use that honestly I don't think it's worth any frequent use key. That is usually reserved for things that actually I value a lot more. Night Vision. I'll go into rearm the moment I'm in range, really. None of those are hitting, by the way. Like, notice that? Crazy. Now these should hit. This did hit somehow. I'm kind of face tanking at this point. This is actually a pretty decent challenge, but again, it's something that requires quite a bit of practice and training to actually do what I'm doing right now, which I haven't used these weapons in like any kind of serious way for a long time now. So, as you can tell, I am doing pretty poorly with them. This is the second phase of our rearm cycle of the Bobs of the bats. I should not have boosted there. Mistake. I'm really just jousting it, flying horribly. But again, I'm really very poorly. I'm about to run out of ammo multi-cannon as well. Right. And I'm out of missile rack ammo. Alright. Time to rebuy. Let's go get a rebuy. Come on, give me a bonk. Whoa, missed. Alright, thank you. More bonk. And bonk. 07 OG now, welcome to the stream. And yeah, this would totally suck when lighting was turned on. So this is doable, but it's a fight that requires practice and a lot of time to kind of like get that into the gist of using those weapons, which are kind of very difficult to use. So, not something for tonight, probably. Do you recommend a modified version of a store crate, AX crate equipped with missile racks for tomorrow's event? Yeah, Garrett, I think we have it in the briefing. I don't know if you read the mission briefing for tomorrow. If you haven't, I really recommend you do, because we spent quite a bit of time putting it together, and it has everything you need to know, from builds to technical details to, like, you name it. I'm putting it in the chat here so you have it. It's worth going through if you haven't already. Alright, time to go swap our weapons out again. Uh-oh. It was fine. Hello, Copernicus. 07. What's my thought on the Mandalay for AX with anti-Guardian Zone Gauss? My thought on the Mandalay is that it's a very fun ship to fly, and probably adds a third leg to what used to be the duo choice of, do you want a ship that is less maneuverable, hits harder, go Crate, or do you want a ship that hits a little less hard but is a lot more maneuverable, go Chieftain? The Mandalay adds a third leg to that discussion in that it adds an additional dimensional, like, do you want a ship that is even more agile but hits even less hard than the Chieftain? So now you have a range. You have the Mandy, which doesn't hit as hard but is crazy agile. The Chieftain, that's now become a middle ground between the two. And then the Crate, that hits hard but flies like a brick. So that would be my general take on the Mandy for AX. I will say also that the Mandalay really, really likes modified shark cannons and flies best with those. It can be flown with Gauss if you want, but it has a pretty small power distributor. It has a class 5 power distributor, which is really crippling if you're using it with Gauss. If you're using it with Gauss, you should use it with 1 medium and 3 small Gauss cannons, which, you know, it's not that much firepower. Oh, Ojinal, you're welcome for the tutorial. I'm glad it was useful, and I'm glad you made a few billion. Hopefully you get a carrier soon if you don't have already got one. Well, you got Hyperdictor, which is not such a great thing as far as like a fuel consumption is concerned. Also, we will be shut down, so we have to turn Flood Assist off and give it another boost. And good thing we'll be here chatting away as we get out of the way. Good night, just a nobody. 07. And 07 Billy, welcome to the stream. Right, back in action. What fire are they gonna kill next? We'll see. Whatever, like, we kind of inspire us in terms of, like, I think I've done enough stuff with the. We're out of our destination. I think we're still jump away. Yeah. I think we've done enough stuff with the Cobra Mark V right now. It's a good question, Joey. Does anybody have to play as a Fargoid? Well, they kind of, you know, role-played the Fargoid War, so. And, Mikhail, yes, the Cobra 5 is the best small AX ship for AX, but probably for everything, I want to say. It is just so much better than everything else that fits in a small pad for just about anything. But it is truly remarkable in that regard. Now, it's still a small ship, so as a combat ship, it does fall behind the mediums, if you ask me, overall. But it's a little more agile, and it is faster, so it's got that going for it, if that's your thing. Guns at the ready, we're answering the call. We aim for the heart. What it will look like to pilot a fireguard ship. Now, the interesting thing is people who are on the older side, such as myself, who actually played the predecessor to Elite, which is a game called Frontier First Encounters, which is effectively an expansion, like a paid expansion of Elite 2. Actually had access to a storyline in that game that concluded, if you follow a particular path, with you being awarded a ship by the Fargoids, which looks remarkably like a Fargoid Scout, which, by the way, was by and large the best ship in that game. So, a few of us actually have piloted a Fargoid ship, including myself. Well, that was a long time ago. I was saying decades ago, literally. Yeah, I mean, the one thing I think the Courier has over the Mark V is the cockpit. I still think the cockpit over Imperial Courier is the best in the game, like, by a mile. I just absolutely love how it looks like a fighter jet cockpit. No, I think no other ship in the game looks like anything like it. And I agreed, Zedzavedo. It's like we are bringing sheer numbers and absolute raw firepower. That is the plan. There's definitely going to be quite the resistance out there. You want to build a PvE courier because it's beautiful on the inside. Yeah, no, I agree. Like a courier is it's a beautiful ship. Billy Dreadful, a Fargo ship will make you jump sides. Fight with a Fargo. No. That would be interesting. That would make for some fun fighting. I mean, for PvE, I usually use my rail conda because it's just ridiculous what it can do. Should we go and put? It's like, how far are we from Farseer? Let's see. Does it say something that I know in what the system name of engineers top of my head? Like 300 light years. No, way too far. Way too far. It's like, what, 8 jumps? 9 jumps, yeah, each way. Not doing it right now. Yeah, no, I mean, it's easy, hard. Like, I think it's gonna either be incredibly easy or it's gonna be insurmountably hard. Like, I don't think there's gonna be anything in between. Like, either we gain control of instances and then we destroy everything the moment it spawns, and then quote, it's easy, or we fail at getting control of instances, and then we actually have to fight our way through multiple interceptors with like a pretty fragmented instance. Now that's gonna be hard. Like, I could jump the carrier, but I don't know, jump the carrier there, jump back. Like, I'm lazy. I would still take 15 minutes each way. It's half an hour just carrier jumping. I don't know, if you want to kind of endure that, I don't particularly want to endure that. Not right now. I also don't want to lose my parking spot here. I'm like right next to like the event. I think it's starting to getting really crowded. Like, you know, this system is full. I think most systems are on HIP-20. Talking about Blockade, we effectively blockaded HIP-22-460 in terms of like carriers, like an overall kind of like commander presence. So around here, like let's see what we got. Like yeah, like carriers, like 16 carriers everywhere. It's like system is almost entirely full. Like there's there was a bit of a debate in the NDX Unit also like how many people are gonna show up today. It was like people were saying, oh my god, there's gonna be 2,000 people, how are we gonna manage this? And then there's people who was like, I don't know, it was like 200 people will show up at most. I'm probably more in the former camp, like just based on level of interest that I've seen. Yeah, I mean, look, there's these carriers were not here like last week, so it's like there's hundreds and hundreds of carriers all around the system. So like there's gonna be a heck of a lot of people tomorrow out there. I think the Gallant also like kind of haven't heard it. Like let's see, let's actually hear it with a Gallant voice for once. It talks about ass. Play. Yeah, actually, I just pause the music for this one and actually hear the voice. Super quiet. Let's see if we can actually kind of raise the volume a bit. That's right. Oh, that's better. Let's try pushing. Yeah, I think there was an attempt at fixing bartenders. I'm not sure if they actually managed to fix it or not. This is cool, by the way. I also not gonna comment on the grammatical correctness of this statement, but whatever. It's fine. Wrong button. Here, audio. All right, folks. I think that concludes the stream for today. I will see you tomorrow, or many of you tomorrow, as we go about what is probably going to be the largest player-run event in the history of the game. Maybe the largest ever, who knows? Like my hunch is anywhere between 1,000 and 2,000 people are going to be involved. We have 8 instances planned in all regions of the world, led by our volunteer commanders who very kindly dedicate their time to do that. So very much looking forward to the event. We'll see how it goes. It will be either a spectacular and glorious success with incredible fireworks, or it will be a glorious disaster with wrecks of commander ships littered left and right. Either way, it will be glorious. So, glory to mankind, and I'll see you tomorrow. Commander Mechan, over and out.